Hi, I'm Jim Carey, Executive Director of the New Jersey Lottery. I'm joined today by Felicia Grondin, the Executive Director of the Council on Compulsive Gambling of New Jersey, to launch the Lottery's Problem Gambling Awareness Month campaign. Felicia, tell us about the Council on Compulsive Gambling of New Jersey and the important work that you do.
Well, this year we're going to be celebrating our 40th anniversary. And for 4 decades, we've been helping problem gamblers and their families by providing our 800 Gambler Helpline, where we provide information about gambling disorders. And we also provide presentations about preventing, identifying, and treating problem gambling and related resources. We present to schools, different social groups, government agencies, as well as industry representatives. So we keep rather busy at the Council. Jim, why don't you share how the Lottery is connected to the Council?
So the Lottery maintains a close relationship with the Council on Compulsive Gambling. As you know, we work very closely together on a number of initiatives every year. A member of the Lottery staff sits on the Council's board, and since 1991, every ticket that we have sold has the 1-800-GAMBLER message printed on it. So when I bring up the 1-800-GAMBLER message, why don't you tell me what 1-800-GAMBLER is?
Well, 1-800-GAMBLER is a helpline for individuals to call if they are struggling with a gambling problem, whether it be for themselves or one of their family members. All calls are confidential, and our representatives provide a compassionate listening ear for people that are calling. They provide resources for individuals that may have questions about gambling and problem gambling, and they also provide referrals to treatment providers if individuals wish to receive some type of counseling or treatment. Our helpline representatives are just a great group of people, and they aren't judgmental, and they're there to listen and provide assistance for anyone that calls.
Why aren't they judgmental?
Because some of them themselves have struggled with a gambling problem in the past. So they understand when people call, they understand what the issues are, and they just have a passion to help other people.
So what's the Council's theme going to be for this month, or this year's Problem Gambling Awareness Month? And what kind of activities do you have planned?
Well, the theme for this year's Problem Gambling Awareness Month is celebrating 20 years since it's the 20th anniversary of Problem Gambling Awareness Month. We have a variety of activities planned throughout the month, including ongoing presentations, weekly webinars that we'll be offering that focus on different aspects of problem gambling. And we'll be presenting to different demographic groups, seniors, schools, as I mentioned earlier, faith-based groups, as well as identifying responsible gambling practices and resources. So, Jim, tell me, what are you doing at the Lottery this month?
So, all year long, it's important for us to include responsible gambling messages in everything that we do. But during March, we'll be doing a couple of additional things. Our New Jersey Lottery website homepage will have an advertisement letting players know immediately that March is Problem Gambling Awareness Month. We'll be doing a print and digital campaign to let them know about it. We're sending out email blasts to all of our VIP club members, reminding them of Problem Gambling Awareness Month. And we'll be sending terminal messages to all of our retailers and messages on all of our tickets that March is Problem Gambling Awareness Month. So we've got a lot of messaging going on. We want to let people know, here's the message, March is Problem Gambling Awareness Month, and to be aware of that. So Felicia, we let people know that March is Problem Gambling Awareness Month, but once they know that, how does someone know that that they or someone that they care about might have a gambling problem?
Well, they may have a preoccupation with gambling or frequently borrow money. They may sell personal items or use gambling language frequently. They may have unexplained absences and neglect household chores. They may alienate family and friends or lie to them about their gambling. They may have large amounts of money on hand and show off their winnings. They may have a need for action and excitement and a competitive personality. They may be unable to cut back or stop gambling. They may be suspected of alcohol or drug use. You may find them irritable or restless or defensive, and they may think about committing an illegal act to finance gambling. And they may not tend to their personal hygiene, or there may be a decline in their health. And lastly, they may have suicidal thoughts as a result of their gambling problem.
So, okay, a lot of the things that you just described can be signs of other addictions or other problems in someone's life. For example, alcoholism could come with a lot of the problems you just described. How does that tie in?
Well, we found that on many occasions, people that are struggling with a gambling problem have a co-addiction, and a co-addiction meaning that they have a gambling addiction as well as a drug and or alcohol addiction. So that's part of the reason why there's that correlation. It's just what we have observed in individuals who have a gambling problem. What's difficult about a gambling addiction is with drugs or alcohol, you can smell alcohol on someone. But with a gambling addiction, you can't see it or smell it, and that's why it's called a hidden addiction. It's very, very difficult to identify.
So what changes have you seen in the problem gambling landscape over the past few years?
Well, gambling is much more accessible, especially through smartphones. It's very, very easy to place a wager. You no longer have to go to Las Vegas or Atlantic City to place a bet. You could simply sit on your couch and place a wager. It's much more acceptable and commonplace because of the abundance of gambling being everywhere. And we've noticed a significant increase in gambling activity, which is evidenced by the amount of revenue that's been collected and the amount of calls to our helpline. We've seen an uptick in calls since the onset of Sportsbook in 2018. We've seen an uptick in calls over 2.5 times the amount of calls prior to 2018. Online and sports betting is playing a major role in this increase because people can place bets at any time, anywhere, and a lot of these advertisements give the listener the impression that it's all good, it's all glamorous, you're going to have a great time, you're going to win, and that there isn't any risk. And there is a risk. You're gambling, and gambling is taking a risk. We're seeing more of a trend in younger people, including teenagers gambling, which is illegal, which is an illegal activity. And we've also heard about parents calling to our helplines with regards to their children who have developed a gambling problem and in some instances have accessed their online gambling accounts and have lost a great deal of money on their parents' credit card. So these are all major concerns to us that we hope to address in the future.
So based on these changes, what are the greatest challenges facing the council right now, and how do you plan to address them?
Well, the first challenge is advertising. There's an abundance of advertising. What we would like to see happen is we would like to see restrictions placed on advertising to either lessen the frequency of the ads. In addition to that, we would like to see public service announcements aired, talking about the fact that gambling could be a potentially addictive behavior. And lastly, we would like to see warning labels posted on brick and mortar casinos as well as online gambling sites that indicate that gambling can result in an addictive behavior. And we're thinking about a label much like that on a pack of cigarettes to help to educate people that you can develop a gambling problem if you do it too much.
Okay. So this year is the 40th anniversary of the Council on
Yes.
Compulsive Gambling of New Jersey. What does the council have planned for the rest of the year?
We're excited about Problem Gambling Awareness Month. And in June, on Friday, June the 9th, we are going to be having our 40th anniversary gala that's going to take place at the New Jersey Law Center in New Brunswick. We are going to be honoring Arnie Wexler, who was a former executive director for the Council on Compulsive Gambling of New Jersey. He has been in recovery for many years, and he's helped many problem gamblers over the years. And if you mention Arnie's name in any problem gambling circle, they're going to know who he is. So we're going to be honoring him at our 40th anniversary. Tickets, ads for our ad book, and sponsorships can be purchased by going to 800gambler.org. And those things can be purchased online, and we hope that people will come out for our wonderful gala and support the council.
Great. Well, at the New Jersey Lottery, we take responsible gaming and gambling very seriously. We urge players, when they're playing the lottery, play responsibly, play within your budget, and do it for fun. The lottery's not an investment, it's not a way to solve your problems, it's something that you can do for fun. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER and speak to one of those operators. I want to thank Felicia and the council for participating in today's video. I also want to thank them for being a great partner to the New Jersey Lottery and for promoting responsible gaming throughout the year. Thank you, Felicia.
And thank you, Jim, for all your support of the council and all you do at the lottery to promote responsible play. And we just thank you so much.
Thank you.